Welcome to Herschy and the Keegs Show, starring pitcher Mark Hirschman and his personal catcher, Mike Keegan. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live from the Governor's Comedy Club radio studio. Thanks so much for listening. Welcome to Herschy and the Keegs Show, starring pitcher Mark Hirschman and his personal catcher, Mike Keegan. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live from the Governor's Comedy Club radio studio. Thanks so much for listening. Welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night, 9 p.m. You know what that means. That means it's the Herschy and the Keegs Show. Thank you guys for listening. Mike Keegan, Mark Hirschman, Tony Walker. We have a great one tonight. We have some guests. Take it away, Mark. How are you?
We don't have one guest. We have two guests, two incredible guests, and we're super stoked to get into it. We're going to run through a quick first set of sponsors, and then we're going to dive right in with the boys.
Fuck the sponsors tonight. Let's just go.
We're going right in for the sponsors. Someone's got to pay the bills.
Exactly.
The Herschy and Keegs Show is proudly sponsored by Sophia Jewelry at 134 Gardeners Avenue, right here in Levittown. Specializing in diamonds and vintage jewelry, go see our boy Omid for all of your buying and selling of jewelry, and mention Herschy and the Keegs for a free appraisal. We have Platinum Chiropractic and Dr. Kimberly O'Connor. She is fully dedicated to providing chiropractic solutions to address your unique needs, whether you're experiencing back pain, neck pain, headaches, muscle tightness and tension. Call Dr. O'Connor at 516-935-3555 right here in downtown Hicksville. And of course, we have the fine folks at New View Construction, established in 2007. They are the people to call for the finest craftsmanship and all of your general contracting needs. Call 516-924-5627 and do it with confidence. And never forget, American Restoration Solutions. When disaster strikes, they'll guide you to recovery. Call 516-662-9377 and ask for Senior Account Manager Keith Dunn. That was our first set of Herschy and the Keegs sponsors for tonight. Thank you as always for supporting us. And now we're going to dive right in with the legendary Matt Serra, who was here a couple of months ago, and his trainer and UFC legend Ray Longo. Welcome, boys.
Hello, gentlemen.
Guys,
what's up?
Yeah.
Herschy, Keegs.
We're so happy to have you guys.
Does Tony jump on mic at all? Tony's got such a great energy about it.
He does have
a good energy.
He does. He really does. For a man with one leg, he is very, very excited.
Xanax.
They attack him because he has one leg, Longo.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fucking...
He'll show it to you later. We promise
got that
that.
same
That's okay.
twisted sense of humor.
You could hold off on that. It's all right.
Yeah.
Most of Tony Walker's here.
We
I don't know why. I just thought of Treasure Island for some reason. What the fuck is going
Pirate
on?
jokes. Tony, you see? You think he's a nice gentleman?
Longo.
Right away.
Tony,
I've heard worse.
Come on, Tony.
when people heard, obviously they know Matt has a great personality and funny guy, but a couple of people texted me. He goes, "If you think Matt's nuts, wait till Ray Longo comes on."
No, he's not more nuts than me. For sure.
We got one of my high school buddies texted me. He said, "Please make sure that he says hello." I guess you know him from the gym, Anthony Chiarello.
Wow.
Yeah, Anthony's Oceanside guy. We grew up in Valley Stream together, but I guess used to train him.
Oh wow,
So-
you grew up in Valley Stream?
Yeah.
North, South, Central.
Valley Stream South.
Keegs.
Yeah.
Oh, South.
Herschy.
Yeah. My wife actually
Watch him
graduated South.
pretend to know who the fuck it is.
He does. He knows who Chiarello is.
Look at him. He's
Oh, yeah.
Anthony. From over
Tony
yonder.
Cheech, Anthony, good-looking kid.
Anthony, I think we used to call him Gabagool.
Gabagool. Hey, Gabagool. Hey, Gabagool.
Yo, Anthony.
Hey, Tony Gabagool. Long time no see.
We have so much to cover. I mean, what I want to know is, just from my research, and Jesus Christ, we know that I fucked up last time by giving Sarah a box of oatmeal when that was something that I discovered from 1987.
I was expecting like steamed broccoli or some shit today.
Yeah,
Well, throw it right on the floor with the oatmeals. What was going to happen?
So correct me if I'm wrong, but our crack research staff told us that 1980, you graduated from St. John's, you become a CPA, you become an accountant, and at the same time you're training fighters. How does that combination happen? How do you become accountant/fighting trainer?
Okay, but the only thing wrong is I didn't become a CPA.
Oh.
I did take the test, but I failed. I
Okay.
think 2 parts. But,
Jesus.
Fuck up number 2, Mark.
I gotta be. No.
I mean,
When is this?
No, because I don't want to mislead.
you should try to do some research on once in
No,
3.5
because if I
years.
try, then I'll screw up like you did.
Nah, if I had a brain, I would have been a CPA.
All right,
but,
you're an accountant, though. You were doing accounting
Yeah.
work. Okay, fine. Go
Right.
ahead.
But I mean, I was always studying martial arts, and that was my love and my passion, even though I did accounting for probably 7-8 years after I graduated.
Okay.
Then I started training like the executives over there, and I started doing private lessons, and one thing led to another. And then I quit, opened up a gym, and that was it. And then a couple of years later, I met this guy.
And
Hello.
And this young stud was what, 17, 18 years old at
I'm
the
going to
time?
say he was 18 when I first
17.
met him. 17, jeez.
So you're
Barely
the gym
legal.
where in the
I
city?
had this gym in Mineola.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like probably the first gym with a boxing ring in it, believe it or not, years ago. I've been martial art gym
Industrial
for, yeah.
You gotta fucking. It's not like driving down in a strip mall. You gotta fucking. It's a it looked
Oh,
fucking.
no. People would walk in, and it was like an
what the
office, and everybody would talk a mean game, and then they'd open that door, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. No, just concrete floor and a ring. There was no mats, nothing. Yeah, because the jiu-jitsu wasn't really around yet, so it was mostly stand-up, and then...
We spoke about it that day when I was
Yeah,
there because
yeah.
of the Gracie in action tapes. That not a lot of people were. Not a lot of people seen those back then. I was 17. My father was a martial artist. He showed me those. So I brought it up to him, and I was 17.
Man, I can't believe you were 17, man.
And he was 45. No, I'm only kidding. He was no, he was young. No, he was like 30.
I probably was close.
His arm was in a sling because he was sparring and he got his shoulder dislocated. But I remember at 17, he didn't treat me like we had a nice conversation. And he didn't talk down to me. We had a decent.
I had a great conversation. You know what impressed me with Matt, and I always say is he came into that school with a buddy of his who was having like some drug problems, and he was going down the wrong path. And Matt thought it would be great if he got a gym. I mean, he joined a gym to straighten out. I mean, at 17, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's not bad. So I was like, wow, I'm really impressed with his maturity. I think that's the other thing is that. Yeah. Like, even though, what do I got on you, 15 years, something like that? But I mean,
51
like, our sense of humor was, like, right in sync at that point. Because I think his dad was a couple of years older than me, it maybe made him watch all the old sitcoms and shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly. Like, it was weird. So, but he had but he was helping that kid out. What was his name?
Jerry,
yeah. And he...
Jerry, many years later, I guess I didn't do a great job steering him the right way. He was jumping from balcony on spring break on the 5th floor balcony and slipped and hit his head. East Meadow kid. And he died,
Oh, boy.
But that was years later. That was like 5 years later.
But he did try to bring him in, which I thought was pretty cool back then.
Scrappy kid,
Yeah.
But that was wild.
What was it about, other than the personality connection, what was about his ability to fight or to train properly that you saw in him, like, I want to be part of this kid's career?
Well, at that point, I don't know anything about him. I just meet him.
Yeah.
And again, I was sparring in the city. I dislocated my shoulder. I broke my nose. I was a mess with that sparring. But when he saw me, so I was out of jiu-jitsu for a while. I think he didn't even think I was doing jiu-jitsu because he didn't know about it yet. Because it just came to New York. And then when I got out of the sling, which was about 2 or 3 months, I mean, they kept me in a sling for, they said a month, and it was 5 weeks. Ended up being 2 months, and we're way back, so I guess rehab was different. Mm-hmm. But then when I went back to Craig Kugox for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I see him, and you were the kid at my school. And,
exactly.
And I had just bought a house, like, kind of down the block from him.
Yeah.
So, when I asked him where he lives, and I said, I'll pick you up, I'll drive you in, and that was it. And then he was a young kid, but he beat the shit out of everybody in that class. I mean, there was so I think that was my attraction. I was like, holy shit, this
kid's
fucking
got something.
Oh no, he was definitely pissing through people. Yeah. Like he was a legend back then for sure. Like he proved it. Like he'd run through the whole class, and I was like, I was already into martial arts, and I was all like, how the fuck is he doing this, man? Right. But he loved it, and he put the time in, and the repetitions were. I'd buy like 100 arm bars on this side, 100 on that side. I'd last like 10 arm bars. I got to get out of here. My ADD's kicking in. But he would just go. But I think it helped him for him. Like his old man, I'd work out with his father, and I think this is close to him too. Is like his father would like a song, right? So he'd put it on a loop for 2 hours. Really? We'd have to listen to the same. So they were into that. They could do an armbar for 2 hours. Yeah. Whereas I'm like, I gotta do. Show me something. I gotta get out of here. We gotta do something. Yeah. But so I think that's when I saw it, and then I mean, that wasn't like I was seeing anything. I mean, I'm watching the guy literally take his shit on everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
He was winning whatever local tournaments there were, and then he decided to fight. And, everything back then was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You couldn't mention boxing, Thai box. Nobody wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
So with him, I was like, I knew the Thai boxing would get his...
This is the kind of surprise we like.
There you go.
Wow.
Look at this.
We got my boy Tom Davanero from Calda Pizza here with a special delivery.
Nice to meet you, man.
Matt Sarah,
What's up, man? Nice to
Rango,
meet you, man.
Tom Davanero. Hi, Tommy boy.
You right across the street?
Yes.
I used to bring my daughter there at the little gym
Can you
all
give
the
him
time.
a...
Yeah.
Special.
Tom, grab the mic. Go ahead, grab the
Yeah.
headphones right behind you. Grab the headphones. Right behind you by your ass, right there. So
Don't sit on the cannolis.
10
please.
after 9 at night on a Tuesday.
cannolis long gone.
What brings
So do you
you by,
remember
buddy?
what?
What brings you by? Tell us.
Well, 3 months ago I was watching the Hershey Keegs show.
Yeah.
And you gave this poor guy over here some oatmeal,
I believe that.
saying that he loved
You
oatmeal.
believe that shit.
Yeah.
And you said you had eaten oatmeal in like 15 years.
Literally.
Yeah. So you were like, "Bleh, I don't want oatmeal." So when I saw the ad for you coming on here now,
Oh, man.
I was like, "Can we bring you pizza?" And he was like, "Yeah, bro, bring us pizza."
Man, I'd be over there every whatever night I take my daughter there, and we'd have I remember seeing you.
Yeah. I've been there
We'd
almost
sit down,
17
we'd have
years.
our little daddy daughter there. It was so cute.
So do you remember
And I loved your brownies.
You know Chris
over
from
there.
Calda.
Yeah.
know Chris, the owner.
Chris the owner?
Yes, Chris.
So he made your special meal,
Wait, what?
baked veal parm,
Oh,
because
shit.
you don't like
I didn't like
the you don't like the fried parm.
Comes back with a
So he got the baked parm, and it's in a special microwavable dish. So if you can't eat it
Hershey
now,
and
it's
the
right
Gals.
there.
Now
It's
I
been bothering us
want to
for-
say thank you.
Bro, we got
first.
something for you too. Last time you were there, you cleaned this out of the garlic
Garlic
nuts.
nuts.
Yes, sir.
Cleaned this out of the garlic nuts here, bro. I
Longo
think you
gets
like
the
cannolis,
cannolis.
right?
Eating the Keegs with a
You like
vengeance. Go
cannolis?
back,
This is my
baby.
type of surprise.
Yeah, it's been
Spinach artichoke pie, pass it down.
Wow.
This is fucking-
Home in the spinach artichoke pie.
Oh, anything with green on it, I'm going to throw
Tony,
on the
we got
floor
plates.
with
Here you
the
go,
oatmeal.
bro. You got plates. That's
Yeah,
for
this
you.
is great.
No, we got him. We got half a
Garlic
pepperoni.
knots. This is.
We got oatmeal
Longo's
parmesan.
dying.
I sat down. We got a half a pepperoni.
Wow.
And we got half regular for him.
This is
Good
phenomenal.
man, Tony.
This
And I
is-
think
You're a
that's
good man,
it.
Hey,
Tommy.
man, thank you
Oh,
so
you're
much.
welcome.
Thanks,
brother.
buddy.
We
Appreciate
couldn't
that.
let you leave here again.
I do. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Let's give a pop
That's
to
Chris V,
Chris,
my
the
boss,
owner
man. He
over at
remembered
Calda,
that.
who's a wonderful local guy who takes care of the community.
Yes.
Chris and
I'm so
Calda
happy.
Pizza in Levittown. Tommy Davanero, who's an excellent school teacher, a parent, a teacher at the church, and a wonderful guy who works part-time at Calda. Thank you for stopping in, Tommy.
You're
We
welcome,
appreciate
bro.
you,
What's your name again,
Chris
Alex?
and Calda.
Tom.
What's your last name? You just said.
Davanero.
Oh yeah, I got
Davanero,
I got a Tommy DeGennaro. I'm like, oh my goodness.
You can call him that too if you
You call him
want.
that too. He's
so
friends
much.
with
See you
Tell
later.
Chris,
Thank you very
tell Chris
much,
I said
man.
thank you
Yes.
also.
Thanks,
Very
brother.
nice.
Thank you,
See you,
brother.
Calda. See you, Calda.
I love
see
you, brother.
Calda.
Thank you,
See later,
Tommy.
guys.
You
All
did
right,
great.
Thank you guys.
Jeez, I got to come down here more often.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much shit we got for giving you oatmeal.
Dude,
thank you,
that's
I love
so
you,
nice.
brother.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
man.
bud.
Oh man,
Yeah.
this is sweet.
It's
Wow.
been bothering
I
us
gotta-
every
I
day
gotta
since
thank
that.
Chris.
He
That's
plays
I
that
just
ruse
wanna-
very well. That was good.
I just want to say
Yeah.
before I take a bite of this veal palm,
Yeah.
I almost feel like a traitor though because I am a Talio's guy.
Yeah, of
I have my
course.
own slice.
Talio-
Shout out to Rob from
They-
Talio's.
I was-
Absolutely.
The Sarah slice, I stand by. I'll put that against any slice on the island.
When
Any
I was
slice.
there,
Any slice on the island, Longo. Just want to make sure your mic's working. So I just want to make sure that Chris, who I respect, and Caldas is great. If you
course.
need a Caldas, get their pizza. I just want to make sure he didn't see those posts and put his dick on my veal palm.
Right.
Is there any way that he rubbed his balls on?
Well,
Am I gonna get a pubic hair in my?
They do
I
that
don't think he would do
anyway.
that.
Well,
They
Keegs
do that
requested
anyway.
They
on
do
his
not.
podcast.
Caldas is delicious.
Yeah, he's got the Sarah baked veal palm. It's
Yeah,
got,
balls.
it's got his ass in
Hey, it's usually good, but it tastes like balls today.
I love it.
I was at
Anyway,
Italio
did we
last
make up?
week.
We
I
did all right?
I saw the Sarah
This is
pie.
good, guys.
The
First of
Sarah
all,
pie's got the
Yes.
pesto, the vodka sauce, the marinara. I was there last week.
So
love
fucking
it.
good. Yes, that's it.
All right, let's get back. We'll get back to Longo for a second.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I want to know is from a timeline. So 17, that was 34 years ago. At what point did Dana, UFC, the idea of you being able to train him to become an actual professional fighter? When
Hershey,
did
hold
that
on
come
one
up?
second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Only because I got ADHD and
Yeah.
I kind of want to give him his flowers right now.
Yes.
And then you're gonna remember these guys. Guys, be professional. Answer the phone.
No, we don't answer
It's
the phone.
Tony.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fucking Tony.
We got it,
Don't
Tony.
even here.
So listen, this is something that I was thinking about a lot. I was 17 when I met you. When I was 16,
Believe that.
when I was 16, around the block from where I lived, right? I wasn't driving. I was stocking shelves at the fucking. Back then it was Food Town.
East Meadow, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I was right over there, right? I was stocking shelves. So, a kickboxing school opened up right on Newbridge Road in East Meadow, and there was these two brothers, right? And they were Thai boxers, and it was around the block. And I grew up with martial arts. I couldn't believe it was right around the block for me. And I went in and I took a trial class. And the next day I was like, a lot of jumping rope, and the guys showing you how to stand. They were very serious, But I'm kind of smitten. I'm a kid. I go, I can't. But this is amazing. It's right. And they looked like they were training hardcore. The next day, my calves were killing me in school. So the next day, I go back. I asked my parents. They go, well, you got to pay for it, type of shit. And I'm like, my father wasn't thrilled because it wasn't Wing Chun. He's was a Wing Chun guy.
Yep.
I hear an alarm.
Yeah, really.
Oh, sorry, Tony. Sorry, Tony.
Tony's leg.
Tony's leg fell off.
Yeah, Tony, a little quicker, buddy.
I told you, he's a prick.
Yeah, hop to it. Let's
So let me. So anyway, you know the guys I'm talking about, Longo.
I know the guy. I never heard this story. I
never
knew
told you
went
the
in
story.
there.
I went in there. This is great. You guys getting breaking stories here.
Thank you.
I never told the story before because I thought about it. I met you a year later. Now, the next day I go in there and I didn't have the money to sign up yet, and I was going to tell him, and he was talking to somebody, and I was sitting off like on the bench watching him behind the desk, and he's talking to somebody, telling him about the school. And I specifically remember the guy was a hockey player or something. He's like, well, you're going to give elbows, and I don't know. I'm just listening, And then he tells him, gives him this, tells him what it's about, and then he turns to me and he goes, and you, I only have time for my students. Either you're going to join, well, I have no time for you to, that type of thing. Yeah. I remember it. Dude, I was like, I went from being like so excited to fucking just feeling like
devastated.
Like a piece of shit. Like I'm just like, I didn't feel welcome,
Exactly.
So I walked out. I never went back, I never told you that.
Yeah,
those guys were pricks.
Two dipshits.
You remember them.
You know what it is?
You got to get their names for me.
Oh, Conley.
What is it?
Conley brothers.
The Conley brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, Conley brothers. Are you in the Hall of Fame, you fucks? Hey, can I just say something? If they were nice to me,
Right.
I ended up doing something, but and becoming something. I met him a year later.
Yeah.
And that was a long time ago. I'm 51 now. You know what I mean? I met him a year later, and he was just kind. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't selling me on the fucking place. We had a conversation like we would have now. I was kind of mature for my. I was
100%
mature for my
mature,
age, but like sometimes when you're a teenager talking maybe to an adult or something, and like you're not on my. They treat you not on that level, and I never tried to be. I never tried to like act at a certain. I was just me, But he didn't treat me bad. Those guys treated. I remember. How about this? I remember that conversation.
These guys were.
Yeah. Connolly.
I
didn't. The name's the Connolly brothers.
Yeah.
I hope they were watching that GSP fight and they were like, fuck.
They would never.
I'm going to tell you another funny story that I'm surprised. I thought that's what he was going to bring up, but you know what's funny? I really did. At 17, I go, this kid's really mature.
Yeah.
And now I look at him at 51. I think he's the most immature guy I know in my life. It's amazing how that happened. The guy. He's the only guy that. He's the only guy that went backwards. Yeah, he regressed. It's fucking amazing.
That's fucking.
But
I'm playing VR on the Matt Serra channel. Where's my camera? Where's my camera?
Go back to trade him. So he takes a shoot boxing match, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not really with him, but I said, look, man, do the Thai boxing. It'll be great for your cardio because you couldn't even say anything but Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he had the balls to at least come to the gym and do. And I think you threw up the first time.
Yeah,
but he fell in love with the cardio aspect of it. And then he started really pissing on people with the jiu-jitsu because the Brazilians were kind of had like a lazy game. He was a pit bull, like he was attacking like this, but he had the cardio to do it. So the Thai boxing, I kind of snuck it in there on him. So he was already doing the stand-up, and then he had a couple of those fights, and then
the Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and then me and my partner Lou Neglia were doing shows at the Vanderbilt. Mm-hmm. Was the old Galaxy. I don't know if you know where that is on 110. Yeah. It was the best place for fights. They had sky boxes around the ring. It was really.
It felt like the Thunderdome.
And then he started fighting, so we started promoting him.
like 21.
And I tell you, he would pre-sell like 220 tickets,
Really?
which is huge. Like he had a huge
young,
following.
I was young.
man.
I knew all the guys from high school and shit. Everybody was following.
But, Maddie, were you already done? Because you had told us last time that you had your rough stage, where you were a rough kid getting in trouble.
He was still
that all
crazy.
done, or was that still happening?
No, he was dumb, but he was still crazy. Quick trigger.
But
But you focus in a different direction.
we
now.
took it.
I remember one time leaving the jiu-jitsu place, and my car's down the block, and he sees a couple of guys sitting on my car, which I couldn't give a fucking shit about.
Yeah, you didn't care.
He started running. I had to grab him by the back of his shirt. Like he just...
Calm. I mean, this is when I was a kid.
No, he wanted to... You know, I mean, almost like he was looking for trouble.
Even the old Keegan, you wanted to fucking do it.
Yeah, you know, so, which I loved about him. I did, like, again, as a fighter or as a trainer, you want the guys with the street fights that aren't going to get rattled in certain situations. So that's kind of what I was seeing with him. And then when I heard the other story about him biting the guy's ear off, I go, this guy's perfect, man. I mean, if a guy's going to go to that extreme, man.
I went to East Meadow High School. That was always like a legend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you went to
East
East Meadow?
I went to East Meadow, yeah.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 41.
Oh, yeah, so you would be, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I think his reputation precedes him. But so he had those qualities, and then again, I'm watching him piss on everybody. So if we could just get the stand up, and he did say he was in a tough man contest, so he liked the whole thing before we even got started. So I think that was it. Then he started fighting at the Vanderbilt. There is, and the UFC's new. I don't even know how you got in there. Then he went to
Abu Dhabi.
Oh, is that how you did get
Abu
in?
Dhabi, yeah. I went to go fight in Pride, and I told you that story. The guy got lit up on fire. So then I was in shape. What am I going to do? All right, there's an 8-man invitational tournament in this thing called Hook and Shoot. I might have told the story already. And when I went there, I had to go in that 8-man tournament. The winner gets an invitation to Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi's, the Abu Dhabi tournament, jiu-jitsu tournament. Yeah. Back then, it was in Abu Dhabi, so that was a great experience. But I had a very good showing over there. UFC took notice, and that's kind of what got me right in.
That's it.
Oh, wow. So that was, I'm not even sure. But, it's funny. So,
Not sure what?
Wait, let me just tell you.
I just told you. You want to verify it?
No. I'm
not sure that story.
I'm thinking of something else. So, when he was fighting at the Vanderbilt, what'd you have, like 5 or 6 fights? 7 fights?
Maybe 7,
yeah.
8.
We had flyers, so he's promoting his fight. He put the flyers up on the Thai boxing school, and he went to those 2 guys.
My old man did that shit.
His old man does. So this guy calls me up crying. I mean, I think it's, he's putting flyers on.
Connolly, his name is?
Connolly, yeah. So I said, well, go talk to him. Like, now I know he's a lunatic. So, go ahead, deal with him. Go ahead, see how that goes for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because at this point, he's going to, his jiu-jitsu is off the hook.
I remember those guys.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
They didn't want to fight in those things either.
Oh, 100%. Well, you know what it is, too? When you have a school and you have nobody fighting, I have absolutely no respect for you. Yeah. Like, I want to prove what I'm doing is good, so I always did that from day one.
It's got to be a payoff.
At this point that the Connollys and other guys realize this is a fucking killer.
I don't think that, no. They were so self-centered. I believe, I don't really know them, but I think they were so self-centered with what they were doing with the Thai boxing.
Okay, different.
I think
thing.
100%. I don't even think they would know it now, and they're not going to admit it anyway.
Did they fight or anything, those guys?
Not that I know of, and they never had anybody in any of the shows.
Yeah.
So was Matt the first guy that you were training that became a UFC fighter, or there was guys before him that you were training?
No, he was the first guy. It was new. It was really new. I mean, what was it, UFC 30?
I fought my first fight was UFC 31.
Yeah, think about it.
2001.
31.
Yeah.
In 2001. Yeah.
It's 2001.
This is like one of those rare situations in life where you helped him and he helped you, and it's probably you guys both consider it pretty equal that you guys really gave each other a leg up, and 30 years later you're close friends, business partners, and everything like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we never thought about it like that. I don't think. I
really
just wanted to see him do good. Yeah, it was definitely a organic thing. Like he would even, like his first bunch of fights. I mean, they wouldn't even put my name up as a trainer, and he used to feel bad. Look, I'm sorry,
Right.
But they keep putting Henzo was his trainer too, but they kept putting Henzo because they get more bang for his buck. Who the fuck knew me? So I don't. Dude, it's about you. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you want to see this kid do his thing.
4 champions later.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So, like, it was, it was organic, and I think we made a decision years ago, too, to always put the friendship first. over business, because I never wanted to have, we never had a school together. We had a weird situation, but I think that's probably why we're still friends. Once you get into business with somebody,
and you said business partners. We never once had anything in writing, whether it's with the fighters, with each other. Yeah. When it comes down to money,
nothing. Just a bond.
You said, once you get that involved, it fucks everything up.
I never wanted even that. Like, hey, if it happens, it happens. If you're doing good, you're doing good, and everybody. All the guys really did right. Now I tell you what, nobody as much as him. No, I think he was the first guy. But I was closer to him than as it went down the line. I got older and older and older. So, me and him were really close, still close. Me and Weidman very close, still close. Then when Aljo and Marabit started, they were like at the tail end. But still, Iaquinta, we're going out this week. It was always more about the relationships and what they were going to do after fighting. To me,
where are you guys going, and how come I'm not invited?
What are
you doing?
Yeah, where are we going?
I went out with you the one time with
let's go. We'll go out. We're going on his boat Thursday night.
Oh, I'm not a boat guy.
I see all over Montauk and Levittown. I see Iaquinta's got signs up. He's selling houses.
He's doing great. Yeah, he's doing great.
What's his real estate office?
Yeah.
It's on Wantour Avenue.
Wantour Avenue,
Wantour Avenue.
Okay, I see it all the time.
He's doing great. Kid's doing great. Yeah, and what a badass fighter he was too.
Killer, right?
And he fought for the title. So even though it's 4 champs, it was 5 guys that fought for the title, which is no joke.
So he did the best with Habib.
Yeah, without a doubt. On
less than 24 hours notice.
So you had Sarah, Aljamain Sterling, Chris Weidman, Merab Dvalishvili.
Yeah.
I mean, do you ever just... we talked about this with Matt last time. Like, do you ever just sit and take a chance to look back and be like, holy shit, like, how did this happen? Like, how did I get here? Do you give yourself a chance to do that, or you don't even reflect like that?
As of right now, no, but hopefully someday I'll be able to sit back and do it. It's a little more now, but up in like 5 years ago, I was just it's next guy. I remember when Weidman won the title, I did an interview with Megan Oliva. She goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm getting on a plane. Iaquinta's fighting next week. You never had time to sit. We were rolling since he started.
You just got back from Italy and then Azerbaijan.
Yeah,
dude, he's still going. He went
still going.
Bang.
Ray, I want you to try to tell us, and Matt did an incredible job of it when he was on last time, but he's on top of GSP and he's throwing haymakers and he's going to win the fucking championship.
Jesus Christ.
I'd like to know, it's hard for you to probably look back those years, but what do you remember about that day, that moment, that minute when he was pounding the shit out of him and he was going to lift that belt up? What was going through your brain?
Well, I'll tell you, first thing, I remember it exactly because he makes me watch the fight once a week.
Okay.
He makes me watch it once a week, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
Man, just amazing. So what GSP was considered then.
Right.
But it was the weird part of that fight. I knew he was going to win. It's a weird, really weird thing. And I'll tell you what happened about, correct me on this because I'm always wrong with the dates, but he was supposed to fight him like 6 weeks before that, right?
Maybe like 3 months before.
Or maybe 3 months.
Crazy, yeah.
And I tell you, that would have been different. Those 3 months, man, we really tightened up a lot of shit. I'm saying those 3 months were critical, and there came a point in time I go, he's going to beat him. There's no question about it. So when he's on top, I'm like, it's a little weird. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's surreal. Yeah.
So those 2 months or 3 months, Maddie's saying, was it for you to just tighten him up, or you guys were studying GSP and what he was going to do to him?
More studying.
And then counteract that. Okay.
More studying GSP.
Yeah.
I brought in a kid that I knew was sparring GSP in the city, and then I think he knocked the guy down or knocked him. And he would say, you're lying, it's not really a spar. I go, no, it's a spar. He would think I was bullshitting him all the time. Like, I mean, I was watching him. He broke a guy's jaw with headgear on and 16-ounce gloves, which isn't easy to do. So he would always say, I made him believe in his power. I'm like, made you believe? I mean, I'm looking at you knocking the shit out of people. So I knew that they didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I knew that because Matt was a legend at Henzo's. So I knew, everybody who GSP was going to talk to, because he was training there too now, was going to say, the guy, don't go on the floor with him. So I knew we had that advantage because GSP, I'm sure, was thinking he was just going to try to get him down. And I think we thought we never had any intention of going to the floor.
Yeah.
And it would have been a nightmare. I think that would have been more of a nightmare.
You focus on the striking.
100%.
And yeah.
He fought better wrestlers than me. Not better fighters, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But guys that, like, even like Trigg, I mean, Mayhem, fucking, a lot of Shirk, all the wrestlers, Hughes.
Yeah.
These guys are good, straight up wrestlers.
So I
couldn't get him down and hold him down. If I had that strategy,
it would have been it would have been horrible.
Yeah, it would have been ugly.
We took a shot, and the shot really was. I knew we would knock him out if he hit him.
Yeah.
And I knew it was going to be standing up because GSP was going to think it was going to the floor.
Yeah.
And Longo had all the kids, the neighborhood guys, throwing exactly. Like, it felt like Matrix shit, whereas one point he does a kick low, I lift it up, he does one high, low, I catch it, I throw. I'm like, holy, I'm seeing all this shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Nah, I made sure we brought in, like, lighter guys that were fast, so I got his reflexes up like that. Yeah. And then...
it felt like a good day of sparring, basically.
Yeah, what a fucking good night that was.
He
man.
surprised you as a 17-year-old kid walking into the gym with his pop, and then
no pop with his friend.
Oh, with his friend that time. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the next step
if he came in with his father, would have thought he was a fag. But he came in, he did the right thing.
Came in. So he surprises you. He surprises you.
My dad says I'm good.
Yeah. And then he's winning the championship, and you're like, this is unbelievable. We climbed the mountain.
Oh, we climbed the mountain, and he was always. And he always took care of me. He was always respectful. We had a lot of fun going. Remember, we did that thing at Tavern on the Green. And,
Jerry Seinfeld, not from the Seinfelds. George Costanza's father.
Yeah,
oh, really?
I
seen you at the L.A. billboard or some shit like that.
Jerry Stiller.
Yeah, Jerry Stiller. What a nice guy. And I go, we got to get a picture with this guy. He's what an actor.
Well, he's a legend for 70 years.
We had a nice picture with him.
It's funny you're talking about him because about 2 or 3 months ago, we had on the actor who played Kenny Banya, Steve Heitner, who played Kenny Banya on Seinfeld. And he spoke irreverently about Jerry Stiller, like he was the nicest guy that he'd ever met.
Very nice.
And he would make a point when he saw Steve Heitner or Kenny Banya at Seinfeld reunions. He'd say, "How you doing, buddy? You were the best." Remember that? He'd just talk about.
He was saying after they did the finale, he sent everybody on the cast and crew like a thank you note. Jerry Stiller said.
Jerry Stiller has been around for 70 years in the business.
I used to. Obviously, I'm old, but him and his wife were really funny back
Stiller and Mara, of course.
Stiller and Mara, 100%.
These guys are comedians. They follow this.
Absolutely.
He's also a Milton Berle fan.
You know the story about Milton Berle.
I'll tell you, the guy that really impresses me, and I always liked him, but if you go back and listen to his shit 20 years ago, is Colin. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's a
that
killer.
guy would knock it out of the park.
Yeah, he was before his time. He had a brain for comedy before anybody did.
I mean, he's got to be up there, man.
Sure.
And then as a kid, I mean, you guys are comedians, but as a kid, I mean, it was like 18, 19, Richard Pryor. You'd have to go to the movies to see that first thing he did. And I'd laugh for an hour straight, man, in the movie theater. You couldn't get enough of it. There's no YouTube or
that stuff wasn't around back then too.
Yeah.
So back then, Richard Pryor, you'd see in the movies, you'd see Bill Cosby, who, despite his crazy shit, and I guess we can bring it up, the fact that his Theo Huxtable, Malcolm Joel Warner died in a fucking lake, horrible. But Cosby was, to me, the top of the mountain back then, regardless of what he did in later years.
He was
the top of the mountain.
He was a good storyteller,
He'd go on for 90 minutes, and comics struggle to do 30 minutes right now on stage. So
and he kept it clean with Fat Albert and the whole but Pryor was hysterical.
The best.
Pryor was talking about shit, that
you weren't hearing anywhere else from anybody.
When Pryor does that thing where the girl he knows, the mob doesn't pay him. Give him a little Fizuzzi. Give him I heard they like the Struzzi. Give him a little Struzzi.
Pryor was very funny until he tried to light himself on fire with crack cocaine. And
but then he even made that funny.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? He even made fun.
Yeah, he did.
But anyway, I don't know where the hell we segued off into.
We're going to segue. We're going to do a few more sponsors, then we're going to dive into some more shit I have, and we're going to talk more oatmeal. You ready there, Tony boy?
Oatmeal Parmesan they're going to bring in.
We have our boy Eric Haft, Sunray Services. Now is the best time to convert to hybrid heating and cooling. Call them today if your house is hot as hell, 631-231-5533, or visit them online at www.sunrayservices.com. A special little pop to this family, the No Sereno family, Triple M Professional Painting and Construction. They just had their 12-year-old dog pass away yesterday, so I want to give them a little extra pop. They're one of my favorite families in Levittown. They actually painted my shutters shutters. Not the family, just James and his guy.
Whole family comes out.
They all painted my shutters. My house looks gorgeous. 516-395-6390. Family owned and operated for over 35 years. Call for your free estimate today and ask for James. And then, of course, the wonderful people over at Dimitri's Valet Cleaners on Wanto Avenue, not far from Ally Quinta's office, right there in Levittown. They've been in the dry cleaning business since 1965, and they take your garment care seriously. Quality is their policy. Mention Herschy and the Keegs for 15% off your purchase. Now, if we purchase something for $100 and they give you how much is 15%?
Like $65 or
Correct.
something. Yeah,
That's exactly right.
Like
Thank you, Michael. We have demolition specialists, 1-855-RIP-OUTS. The number you call for demolition, dumpsters, and fence rental. Family owned and operator for over 30 years. They are a fully licensed demolition contractor. And of course, last but not least, you might even know this lady.
Maybe.
You might. I don't know. We'll see. New York State licensed real estate person Diane Keegan from All
I
Island
her.
Estates
I met
Realty,
her.
Mike's mom.
Yay.
You
There
can call
you go.
Diane
That's
directly
nice.
at 516-458-1864. Email her at Diane at allislandestates.com if you're looking to rent,
Buy, sell, adopt,
foster,
lease. Yeah,
of course.
whatever you want to do.
Rent, sell, or
She'll make it
buy. She
happen.
can make it all happen. Diane at All Island Estates Realty. And we love Diane and all of our sponsors. And again, thank you as always for your support. Tony, do you happen to have those pictures that I sent you earlier today?
Boy.
Before we dive into more Longo and Sarah stuff, I think it's important, especially with Longo meeting Keegan for the first time, I think we need to make sure that he understands what kind of human that he's dealing with, because I don't think he knows. Okay? So
I have absolutely
You
no
thought
idea.
Matt was crazy.
yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about, Mike knows that I've had this Hulkamania shirt forever.
Yes.
It's one of my prized possessions. I love the Hulkster. I'm a wrestling nut. Used to go to wrestling matches when I was a kid. Snooker, Backlund, all that shit. And in typical Mike Keegan fashion, he finds a picture allegedly of me meeting with Brock Lesnar, my idol, and he posted on his Facebook, and everyone has a good laugh at the expense of Hershey, except for Hershey. Tony, do you mind putting the picture up?
Well, it's up.
It's up. It's
Yeah.
going to come here.
So
'cause
this
there's
is
a delay,
Hershey
but,
with his
I've dug deep. I found a
this
picture
is
of you meeting
Hershey
your
allegedly
hero.
with his hero Brock Lesnar.
It's coming.
Let's go see the picture. We'll go ahead and reference it so Longo and Sarah can see it. Within a half hour or 40 minutes will be good.
You were a little bit
There's,
younger then, but-
Brock Lesnar and Hershey.
That's not nice.
No, it's not nice, and he's looking to hurt my
I
feelings.
thought it was you.
He's looking to basically say that I am a little fella, a little bald fella, diminutive, and it's not. It's just not thoughtful.
that
He
wasn't
looks
you.
like a straight Viking.
Yeah,
I
no,
tell you,
right? He's a monster.
Brock was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even in the U, and not a friendly guy either.
Oh, really? Yeah?
He's
Is that
marching.
right?
He was one of those guys in high school, big marching down the hallway. Everybody's getting out of his way.
I don't get the friendly vibe off him.
So this
No.
is the kind of thing that I've helped this guy with his career and everything, and he does that. The second thing, which seemed to really get a big reaction
this is
from
my
a lot of
favorite
people, it's not a secret that I am heading on my first cruise. Me and my family are going on Sunday. We've never been on a cruise before, and we're going to Bahamas and Florida and all this other shit. And I posted about it and my anxiety and my nerves about it, and I'm in a group that is only for the actual people that are going to be in the sailing of the cruise on Sunday. Like, it's only for
Carnival
the people.
Cruise Line?
It's called MSC is the name of the boat line, leaving out of Brooklyn, and you have to answer certain questions, and nobody who's not on the cruise is able to get into the group. Except for Mike Keegan somehow.
I managed to weasel my way into the group.
Got into the group, and this was the post that he made on the group, where hundreds of people got to see. Hello, fellow cruisers. Me and my husband, Mark David, cannot wait to meet you, and we just got married. Our honeymoon hats are ready for the cruise. Biggest kisses ever. And
Now, who's the other guy?
That's me and Mark.
That's me and Mike at Saratoga that we happen to be wearing silly
now
hats.
I really feel bad about the fag joke.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
Well,
So now he's going on the cruise with his family, and everybody that runs into him thinks he's
So
just
there's
gonna be
about
some gay guy on his gay
there's
honeymoon.
about 600 people that are in this group that are going to be on the cruise that are expecting to see me, who I've been on the posting things for 4 months on this group, and they're expecting to see me and my husband, Mike Keegan, on
In
Sunday.
fairness, it doesn't look like
I
that.
think Lambert owned.
I mean, it's over your head.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's right, exactly.
the guy that owns American Top Team, Dan Lambert. He owned. I think his family owned Carnival Cruises.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is the MSC cruise that I'm going on, and people will be expecting to see. I still don't know how you got into the group because it's a very private type of entrance.
I have my
but
ways.
I like
people people seem to think
I like
that
you're breaking chops. But no one's gonna pick you out of a lineup over there, Hershey. You're good.
Well, I've posted several times that me and him are on our honeymoon on the cruise, so
Yeah.
they're gonna think he's
Good.
on his gay honeymoon.
I hope you
there.
get harassed.
I do
I'll
too.
show you some stuff.
I do too.
yeah.
In
All
case
right,
they try to give you a wedgie and throw you overboard.
back to Sarah, back to Longo. I want to know what do you guys, and I'll ask each of you this question. What do you love most about him? And same thing for you.
Boy, I didn't know it was gonna be a
No, I want to know because this is a
the gay
relationship
cruise thing? What do you
no,
guys-
I don't mean love like in a gay way. I'm just saying, what is it that 34 years you guys have been buddies? Like, what's?
I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to say sense of humor. I think
There you
he's
go.
one of the funniest motherfuckers I ever.
Absolutely is.
You know what I mean? And I always like the combination of a guy that could throw down
Yeah.
when he has to, but he's funny.
Yeah.
So you're not like a lunatic. You're just a fucking psychopath, right?
Right.
Just fucking,
Yeah.
But he's fucking funny. He's a family guy, but he will throw down, which I think is awesome.
Exactly.
So that's what I like about
Perfect.
him.
Matty boy, what do you like about your boy?
I like that he's gonna pass me the cannoli. Come on, Longo. Guys, save your fucking heart and heart for
He
fucking.
can't do
the
it.
fucking-
He can't do it.
Exactly.
You know, he broke my balls when I let him. He was my guy who took me into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And I'm giving him his flowers in front of everybody, and he starts pretending like he's like sniffling. I'm like, I go, I'm off you. I'm going right to Henzo. I go right to Henzo. He's like, oh no, go back to what you were saying. I go, oh, that ship has sailed, my friend. I still got to get to my wife and Henzo. Nah. Listen, I wouldn't be where I'm at without him, obviously.
And there's an amazing dynamic with you guys. And like you said, Matt's hilarious. You guys do a podcast
funny.
with Jimmy Norton. The two of
Dude,
you.
there are
you and Jimmy
times-
Norton are
There
There were
hilarious
times
together.
when I'm driving the car and I got to pull over, man. Like the guy, I'm fucking crying.
One time I called him when I was trying to get to 55 for the first time, 155. So back then they're like, look, do you know that, you probably heard this too, that you have like 5 pounds of meat in your intestines inside of you just sitting there. If you get a colonic,
I never said that to you.
Yes. he
someone
did.
told me.
Somebody told me. Not me.
Is it a colonic I'm thinking of?
A colonic?
Yeah.
So all right. So I'll do 5. Now listen, 5 pounds sounds like, man,
An eternity. Yeah. That's
when
a
you're
lot.
trying to get down to that.
Yeah.
So I go to this place and I go in there and, you know, I'm laying down on my belly and they give me like a funnel, like a thing, like a tip. And you got to, and I guess they don't want to get charges pressed against them. So you got to kind of, they give it to you, you got to stick it in your own ass.
Like an enema. It's like an enema.
So I'm in there, yeah. I think I was getting that, I think.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what I was doing. What the fuck?
No, you were definitely doing that.
So I get them in there, and I'm telling
Like,
them,
sir, you don't have
and
to
the
do it
guy-
yourself.
And now the guy looks like he looks like a mad scientist. The guy doesn't look like your regular doctor that you're looking at, that you expect to see.
Yeah,
but he's got like a lab coat type
A
thing
regular
on.
doctor wouldn't be giving you a colonic.
That guy
That's
found a
rough.
lab coat.
So he's got this machine he's showing me, and I'm laying down, and I'm like, oh, he's like, you might feel some pressure. And
Yeah.
I go, oh, I feel like I kind of gotta
yeah.
go.
Go.
I think I gotta hit the toilet. He's like, well, that is the toilet. You can go,
That is the toilet.
man. All of a sudden, I started like I started letting out a little bit.
Yeah.
So you see, so you see through the tube, and then you see some flakes coming. and then it starts fucking. It starts like a dam burst down. I'm like, oh, Doc, hey, is this normal? And the lights are going like a fucking fire alarm. And he's like, oh no. And he went to get the nurse. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So then I get off. They put up not curtains, like the rolling curtains so people can't see me. So the toilet's at the end of the hall. So I'm out in a fucking thing holding my ass. I sit down like Dumb and Dumber. And I'm laughing to myself on the toilet. Like, it's a
amazing.
fucking disaster. So then I get out and I'm sitting. So now I'm with the doctor and I'm with the doctor, and then there's the lady that like runs the place or something. And they told me, like, all right, if you come back again, they charged me like fucking $50-something to basically take a shit on their fucking bed. So I told Longo this story, and he fucking had to almost pull over on the side of the road.
Oh my god.
You remember that story?
Oh,
That was the
100%.
fucking story. But I didn't lose any weight. I paid to fucking have a weird experience.
$65 to take a big shit.
Some
So-
people-
Yeah, and they insert something in my own ass.
Some
Yeah.
people pay a lot more for that experience. But
Yeah, so that was,
That's hilarious.
traumatizing.
You do that for free. You know, Keegs.
like, sir, you don't have to do it yourself.
So if it seems too good to be true, 5 pounds of meat, it's all it is too good to be true.
It's pretty interesting. I mean, the truth is, you guys are definitely a generation apart. So the fact that this friendship relationship has gone well beyond just fighting and training. I mean, this is going on 34 years of just whatever that bond is. It's there, and it seems as strong as ever.
Which is crazy. And once you pass a certain age, it's not like I'm 25 and he's 10. You know what I mean?
We got to get to a certain maturity, and when we do what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not getting any more mature, unless this can't be a midlife crisis if I've always been this way. I've been telling that for years.
That's right.
And the fact that you have always thought he's funny, and now you probably think he's just as funny as he was, if not funnier.
Still funny, 100%. Yeah.
And we like to have a good time.
Yeah. What do you think of what he's doing now with his podcasts and media stuff? Like he was born for that.
Matt Sarah channel on YouTube.
100% born for that. I'm going to say, I think it was when the first reality show
Ultimate Fighter.
Ultimate Fighter 4, when he got in front of the camera, he's never been the same since.
Yeah.
I think that
my head got big.
I remember they came down to shoot like a, what do you call it, like an embedded or what they used to call it.
They used to follow me around for a like a fight camp.
And he's in the ring, and he's going around the ring like Curly from the Three Stooges.
We have a good time.
Me and my friends used to get together every week and watch that, and you could tell right away, like that's you were home there, like that's your thing.
I love that.
You're a natural.
Yeah.
No.
He was
just.
The producer who was the biggest reality producer, like Craig Peligian, he loved him. Yeah. He came off. He said, "This guy's unbelievable." So I'm saying that was the start of everything. Because before that, he was funny, but he was, it was different. I don't know. That gave him. He was off to the races.
The lights went on, and he just took off. That was it.
And then I did season 6 with him. Like, so 2 seasons later, and he was like, the direct, you can't do that, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. I'm like, holy fucking shit.
We know what's funny, guys. They're not gonna
but even with the training, he goes, you gotta write that. I go, I've been doing this for 30, I'm not writing shit down. We're doing what we every day. You can't do this, you gotta do that. Don't make any racist jokes.
Well, I mean, come on, man. I'm trying to protect you, bro.
Yeah. Now you can, right here.
Comes in here, the first thing is, hey, you fag. I'm trying to slow him down a little bit.
So then he brought Dean Thomas on. I did my, man. I gave it to him.
Sammy, baby.
Yeah, Sammy, baby.
Dean loves it, though.
So you graduated St. John's, 1980. At what point are you and your wife together where does she think that she's just going to be marrying an accountant, and next thing you know, she's caught up in this world of fighting? And
I didn't meet her yet.
So it was later. Okay.
I met her after I quit accounting, but I probably still told her I wasn't accounting.
Okay.
Because couldn't tell her what I was really doing.
Because the lifestyle, I mean, you're not always home. You're here, you're there, you're doing shit.
Well, at that point, it's just the beginning. It's got to. That's got
to. Deep detailing business at the same time.
Yeah, we had that had to be like 89. I don't know when I got married in 93.
Okay.
So I probably met her in 89 or 90. So I was doing the school, but I wasn't. We didn't hit the UFC yet. When I got married in 93 is when we started. Kukak came with the jiu-jitsu, so everything starts rolling in. But I was always promoting fights up until that. So I would take it. She was coming to all the fights, so she kind of knew what she was getting into, But when we had kids, she stopped coming to the fights. That kind of was a little weird, but she was at every fight, which was good. And
is Maddie your favorite?
Maddie your favorite?
Is Maddie her favorite?
Well, she loves Maddie. She does love him. Yeah.
And you love the the family, close, everything.
We go out to dinner with my kids. They love his wife, my wife, and his wife's the sweetest. Yeah. We lucked out in that department, both of us.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You know what
great.
I mean?
Ray, talk a little bit about. I read a couple of times that you make sure there's precautions. You worry about concussions and things like that. So tell us a little about that and your concerns and the things you put together to make sure that a fighter is as protected as possible.
Well, look, the concussion thing is relatively new. So back in the day, when I was growing up, man, you got knocked down in like a sparring session, they would put you in there the next day to see if you really were tough. Like it was, you think back about it now, it's like
if you really concussed.
Stupid. Yeah, right. Now, now they're killing people,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
So it was a while ago. We had a doctor in the gym. She passed away, Dr. Sherry. We were both very close to her, but she would do
She was in my corner when I fought.
Yeah, she was actually in the corner
for the championship.
She was an awesome human being, and she was doing like testing on the fighters. She would do whatever. Well, I don't know what else. She had something on their heads. But yeah, we just wanted to make sure we got a little safer with that. We wanted to make sure nobody was like, if you got knocked down now, you're not in there for a month.
Yeah.
At least. And you just try with that, because the thing with the concussions and why football's still going is that not everybody develops CTE, so it's hard. You can't say it's like everybody who plays football is going to have CTE, which that's the weird part. So that's why I think that's the same with the fighting. You got guys that fought for years. Sugar Ray Leonard still looks good. Tyson, as crazy as he is, he looks great for 60, right?
Absolutely.
So, but then you talk to other guys. If you see like Riddick Bowe, it's not looking good, man.
It seems like the UFC's been around long enough to be able to do some testing and determine if there's going to be CTE in these fighters, and I haven't seen a lot of.
No, they're not doing that, and they should. But that's a good, interesting point, because we were just talking about the other day, Diego Sanchez firing off like a gun in his car. Like
we're starting to see casualties now because it's been around for 30 years.
Yeah, Diego's a really nice guy, man. Yeah. So once you start seeing that, it gets a little scary. And there was a couple other instances where
there's other guys too. I'm not going to name, but
so you've noticed it already, Matt.
You're seeing things online, and it's sad. It upsets
I think even like a guy like Phil Baroni, who's a local guy.
Yeah.
Well, that guy was always not a good guy, though.
Right, but he sparred and fought hard and took beatings, and you could see the residual effects. Like the last time I saw him right before maybe 6 months before he killed that girl, whatever he did in Mexico. Yeah. So, I mean, is that part of the whole
allegedly
thing?
Yeah.
Could very well be.
Who the hell knows? Then you start questioning everything, because he was talking a little. He did look different, so that's.
Do you think it's a factor? I mean, we saw allegedly the last fight of Poirier on Saturday night. Do you think a married guy with kids, one of the things that he's just thinking about as far as ending his career is because he wants to preserve his physical health? Is that a thought, you think?
Some of these guys are crazy, man. I'm going to say everybody thinks they're invincible.
Okay.
I mean, I think you got to hit like 50, 60 to start realizing your mortality.
Right.
When you're 35, 30, you're pissing vinegar still. Some guys will, but I'm saying the majority, they're going to sacrifice their bodies for a payday, I think.
A payday, and some of them are chasing the high.
Yeah,
some of them, it's the high of fighting is a different thing, and you get guys like Cowboy Cerrone who is jumping out of fucking planes and doing everything but that squirrel suit thing. He's doing everything on horses and bulls, and that guy says there's nothing close to the high of fighting. So that's something. And then some guys, they want to chase it just like you're chasing a high. They want that one more fight because they still think they got it in them. Now they're 6 fights down, and then how many concussions? And you got to know. Listen, I got stopped twice in my whole career. Once was more because I'm tired with that back fist. It wasn't as bad. But, and the other one was with the second GSP fight, which, again, wasn't really – it was more conditioning than it was a beating. Mm-hmm. So, I'm lucky I didn't go through this my career with my eyes open. I mean, there's guys that went their whole career, nothing. Kamaru Usman, next thing you know, he's in the shadow realm. I love Kamaru, but I'm just saying you could have that night that is going to stick out in your family's, like, in their brain forever. Yeah. You could have that night, and you could also have a glorious night. I've had my losses, but nothing to that degree. So I'm very lucky. But it could happen anytime you get in there.
Yeah, so. and I'm going to say he's a good example. He's perfect. I think you could see now because you don't know. Like sometimes I remember, like I was probably early 50s, mid 50s. I was driving home, and I'm like, what the hell? Like and I'm like, whoa! I started going. It's like from getting hit in the head from sparring and shit. Yeah. And then I got diagnosed with sleep apnea back then. Oh, so it was more. I think my body was falling asleep while I was on the highway.
Yeah, but it's always something that's in the back.
Yeah, but I always, that's the first thing that I thought, and I wasn't nowhere near where these guys are taking the damage they took. So that's why I say it's hit or miss. But they probably, I'm sure with all the genetic testing today, they could probably identify the guys that are going to be susceptible to CTE. Yeah. I bet you they're that advanced. But you're right, though. The UFC, it's not even mentioned.
Yeah, I don't hear it talked about. And Matty, talk about the high for us. I mean, obviously for you haven't fought in a while, but you obviously married, kids. You do the podcast. Have you found anything that even comes close to the high for you, or it's just never going to be replicated?
Well, I mean, look, the high of that degree of fighting, and that when you win, you know, that's such a glorious moment. It doesn't matter what happens the next day, that night, you're in the stars right there. So that feeling, you know, listen, driving here, I was listening to fucking Starburst. You ever watch Marland? Mm-hmm. No fisherman. Dude, I got the music going. I'm picturing myself knocking out Frank Drake. I reminisce. I have a good time when a good song comes on. But it's about, for me, and he taught me early on, listen, if I had whatever I had in the bank, it wouldn't change my daily day routine, which every day I'm having a good fucking time.
Yeah.
My retirement consists of me at my school, at my Sarah BJJ Academy, which my whole family's there training. And I want to talk about that, but you holding for my daughter too. We talk about being close. He just thought my daughter's got a kickboxing match, and my 16-year-old in October. Oh, wow. So just the other day, this is the first time Longo's holding pads for her, so that was very nice. That meant a lot.
A little emotional,
and a lot to her.
That's really, when you think about it, it's crazy.
That's a circle.
That was nice. That meant a lot to me, and she loves it, and she loves her Uncle Longo and my oldest. They all do. They
and talk about your wife, the champ. By the way, that's important that we talk about that.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Let me say one thing with him. He's rare because he's really a grounded guy. Again, I don't want to. You know, like because he is immature still. I want to hold to that, but he is grounded. And when he stopped, he stopped. A lot of guys can't do that, man.
Well, that's what I was trying to get at. Like,
no, I don't know. He's special though. I'm seeing because I see everybody else.
Yeah,
it's not It's not looking like that. But the fact that he was able to brand himself after that, and I think that was where his personality really came in. And Dana loved him, and you know that's a good guy to have on your side.
Absolutely.
You. So I mean, why pick him out of everybody, Dana? So
everything's opportunities. You know what I mean? Like with that Dana White looking for a fight, there was a pilot episode. It's supposed to be not a different fighter every time. I went in there, my temper got me into something in front, and it was kind of blew up. And next thing you know, they loved it. My some shit that I think when they tell you that don't do this, whatever you do, and you do the exact opposite, you think you get maybe shit canned. Next thing you know, you get a promotion. It's that type of thing.
Right, exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
So I was good on that. And then one day I'm in the fucking forest with Dana, and he's telling me about the podcast. And now we're 900 episodes deep, and I do that with Jimmy Norton. So I got given opportunities, much like in fighting, and it's what you do with them.
Yeah, you have other outlets, Steve.
Yeah, so I never thought I'd be behind a mic doing my podcast, which I love. Yeah. So then I ventured into my own podcast. Now I'm doing, I think I plugged it a couple times. Yeah. Geeking Out with Matt Serra.
Geeking Out with Matt Serra channel. Matt Serra channel on YouTube.
You got to enjoy. If you're not enjoying the guys that, this is the problem. When they get done, when you're living the fight career, your fight life, for whatever it is, if you're lucky, maybe 15 years, if a little longer, a little less, you're living a rock star life. Okay, what's my next assignment? All right, I got this guy on this date, 2 to 3 months, you're training. Afterwards, you take some time off, you relax till you get your next assignment. When I'm not fighting them at my school, it was fun as hell. And other guys, they're just fighting, they're living that rock star life. Then all of a sudden, sometimes it gets done, it feels like abruptly. But then you're not thinking about that because you're a kid, and most guys aren't. Now they got to get a 9 to 5. That fucking sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even if it's a decent job, it's a fucking job, man.
Yeah.
So I'm so lucky, even though technically I work for the UFC with the UFC Unfiltered, which I love doing.
That's different.
It's such a. It's
not a job. It's a labor of love.
I feel like
it's a labor of love.
Carry my weight. I love it. I'm having a good. I'm just having a. I feel the one thing I like to really. I feel that works for me when I'm having a good time. No matter what I'm. I mean, people are having a good time, whether it's at my school or anything else.
It's contagious.
Well,
so
man.
We
said it years ago. We technically never worked.
Yeah.
Not even joking around. Like even like. What am I going to retire? I want to do. If I retire tomorrow, I'm doing what I'm doing yesterday.
100%.
I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not sitting at home and.
That's what you do.
You know, because I could do what I want now anyway. You know, even with doing it. But that's really kind of what I want to do.
You're going to miss that if you don't.
100%. Which I don't know if that's a good thing, but.
Right. Man. What is it like for you at this point? You've been doing this for so long. When you see a young fighter and you think to yourself, "There's a chance that this kid has got something." What is that? What does it feel like inside when you get that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to say all of that has diminished a little bit. You know, I'm getting really old at this point, but there is a guy in the gym, and I tell you what, it's almost like he's renewing.
Spark.
I love it.
Like,
you know, because I get creative with the guy.
The one with the kicks who was
the
helping
Russian
Angie?
kid, he's an animal. Levon.
Nice kid. He was helping Angie with the kid.
Yeah, great guy. Young kid, you know.
He found you or you found him? How'd that come about?
I've never looked for one person in my life.
Okay.
Never, ever. Like, I'll tell you, even with Weidman, he had a guy at his school who was I don't want to go that.
No,
Yeah,
but
he
wasn't. Let's say he wasn't normal.
Yeah.
But we liked him.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
I get where you go.
He would call me up and go, I got this guy. Like, no, I'm not interested. I'm good with what I have now. And it was Weidman. He was telling me about Weidman. 6 months this goes on. I'm not even giving the guy the time of day.
Really?
And then Weidman probably got fed up listening to the guy. He walks into the school that one night. And then, man, we start talking. I go, I love this guy, man.
Talk about
And
the
it was
mouthpiece.
almost like what you said, like you got in a new guy. And then I saw the guy do a couple of things, and I go, "Holy shit!"
So is it sometimes just a move, a leg kick, you some sort of
100%, and it's the burning desire to learn, right, and be a sponge at that stage. And Weidman, like we had guys helping out with the wrestling. Nobody compared to that guy. That the other wrestlers like the Farkas and some. They scattered with that. That guy walks in the room, they're getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You're not beating him.
What about the first time he was watching the spar and he wanted the spar?
Oh yeah, he wanted to jump in. Yeah, I always tell that story where
This is good.
a guy calls. He goes, "Look, I got a guy. He's fighting in like Illinois. Can I get him some work?" And he said he comes from a big wrestling family out in West Islip or somewhere. And I was like, and I don't hardly know why. He goes, "I want to spar him." I go, listen. So I hang up the phone to the guy. I go, look, man, you got a shot. I'm not going to throw you in there early to, ruin it because it's critical at the beginning.
Yeah.
So the guy ends up coming down. I try to get Weidman out. The guy ends up coming down, and Weidman's there. So now I figured I go like this. I go, and the guy and his trainer goes, look, he just wants to meet. I just came off the show, so it was like a big deal at that point. And he goes, well, he just wants to meet you. And he was, I said, come down Friday night, whatever. Weidman happens to be there, so now I figured I got him. Because he goes, I want to strike. You don't have a mouthpiece. Right? I figured now, this is on a concrete floor, the octagon. And there's a mouthpiece. Well, it's actually his friends. He doesn't even know it was Sergio's mouthpiece. It's laying there with like dust and shit. He goes, I got it. He picks that motherfucker up and put it in his mouth. And I go, this guy's, I love this too. This guy. He don't care.
Sicko.
Yep.
He went in there and beat the fucking shit out of this poor kid. The kid
Just muled him.
yeah, and I was like, oh man, if I can't do something with this guy, I suck,
hilarious.
man. Like Weidman was a super talent, man. He'll
superhero.
even tell you, come on, man. He was a white
he'd
belt
come
tapping
down
out
and-
black belts.
Yeah, he was just strangling them. And
He was on another level. He went to Abu Dhabi as a blue belt, a white belt.
and he got gypped. He was doing but he was
Against
just the savage from the beginning.
Yeah, savage from the beginning. Like so.
Before we wrap up, I want to know from each one of you guys, like, how proud are you? I mean, the truth is, the Long Island UFC scene, you guys are such both an important part of the fiber of it. Do you guys really realize that, and you take pride in the fact that you're such an important part of what's gone on here in the past, 20, 30 years from a UFC standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, I don't, like, again, I'm not thinking about it a lot, but, when I'm out, people are always telling me that, and it feels great.
Yeah.
But I put up a post to him with one of his fights that he really did pave the way for all Long Island guys to go, I could do this. And that's why Weidman came to the school. And then because of Matt and Weidman, that's why Al came. And that's why Aljo and Costa. And, it was like a building, it was a snowball rolling downhill.
Yeah.
And at one point, man, before COVID, everybody split. We were a powerhouse, man. Yeah. I mean, think of that room. Like even Tuesday nights at his gym, they'd go there for you have Weidman, Vellante, Aljo, Moran, Bowman. I mean, you could one guy after the other. Iaquinta. I mean, it was. Dana said it one time. It's just one of the best teams in the world at one point.
It's sick. I mean, just like there's so many gyms on Long Island, but there's a certain kind of pride here with Sarah's gym or your gym, and
I am proud of that wall of champions. When you come in the gym, you see 4 guys at the top and a list of guys that are in the UFC. It's been crazy. I don't know. But it was all organic. We never poached anybody. Never looked for anybody.
Neighborhood kids.
Everybody that
adopted. He came in there.
But he asked to come to the school too. Like I never once asked somebody to come to that school. I don't think. But all these guys just walked in.
That could be the next
because I'm almost like in business. I don't even want to advertise. I want my reputation to you know what I mean? Like.
Matt, you talk a good game, but you truly are a humble guy. When Longo talks about you like that, do you really? I'm not looking to make you start crying or anything, but does that hit you in the heart? We're like, shit, maybe I really did start all this. Like, how do you feel about that?
No, listen, we did this together, and nobody thought I'd do well with that George fight. When we started off, people, when things are great, things are great. When things are bad, everybody jumps ship and looks for somebody to blame. We started this thing off, the UFC career, with people saying I had pillow hands because I got knocked out with a spinning back fist. Up until that point, never to be seen or anybody getting stopped in the UFC. Yeah. So who are they going to blame? The striking coach. Yeah. The striking coach now has 4 champions. So when something goes wrong with any fighter's career or something, it's going to be easy to say, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Let me go with this. Let me go. That shows weak character.
We got tortured. And I hate to interrupt. I did that interview with Teddy Atlas. If you want to hear a good interview, man, listen to that. It's really good. I love the guy. What a good guy that guy is. I told him too. Like when Matt got knocked out that time. I mean, obviously, I felt like absolute shit, like horrible. And it was only a couple of years ago when he did an interview, and he goes, "Hey, Ray never told me to keep my hand up my ass." Because after that, we got tortured. Did he do this? Did he do that? Did you have pro boxers coming in? Did this guy? It was fucking brutal, man.
I had to learn on the job. I didn't have the time clock.
Yeah, everybody did, though. Yeah. It was like an arms race. Everybody was trying to get the best training method, the best guys to come in. Everybody was learning at that point. Yeah, exactly. He was in a really good period of time. Nobody was fighting for money back then. They were fighting because they loved it. There was no money, So luckily, it worked out good for him, but some of the other guys that never made it, they might have never made more than $14,000 in a fight. 7,000.
I mean, not until I got on the show and did well there, and then my fight with George, I did all right. But up until then, it was nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you guys at Yuck Yucks or something. I don't know. Guys, exactly. Fighters and comedians have similar paths. You know what I mean? You hope you live in you love that you do what you're doing. Mm-hmm. I felt like I felt so happy when I was making a living with private lessons but there's always the uncertainty of the future, kind of like a comedian. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm living the dream, but am I going to be able to live off this dream? You know what I mean? Right, exactly. So the fact that I'm doing it this many years, I'm I feel like I won in life. Whatever.
You did win.
You know what I mean? I got my family, a beautiful family. They're all training. Now, even under Longo, my daughter. Awesome. No, things could not be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you definitely won in life, and we've won by having both you guys on tonight. We appreciate you so much.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. And as we always do before we wrap up, if you guys have anything you want to promote, Mr. Longo, Matt, if anything you want to talk about, go ahead.
He has a lot of stuff to promote. Go ahead.
Yeah, geeking out with Matt Serra.
All right.
Thank you. Right, good. Yes, the Matt Serra. Where's my camera?
And I do. I'm actually going to promote some. I do the Anik Florian podcast. It's a Ray Longo minutes, like a half hour every week.
Oh,
which
good.
Is really
right.
good.
People love that minute.
Plug it.
They love it. Also, UFC Unfiltered. Yep. And if you're here in Long Island, it's a Long Island show. You want to do some jiu-jitsu, I'm not going to treat you like those prick Connolly brothers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I found?
You're not getting the Connolly experience with
just like you're talking about Jerry Stiller and whoever else. When you pass, the only people going to remember if you're nice or you're a prick.
Yeah,
that's I know. I heard somebody that met that guy. He's a real prick. Yeah. They're going to say nice stories about you. You be nice.
Absolutely.
I have kids at my school. I'm good to them, and because I know my experience. You know what I mean? I could have been under the Connolly brothers. Thank God they were pricks, Longo. Right. Thank God those guys were pricks.
I'm telling you, I'm in shock that he even went in there and was smitten. Like when he said that, I was like,
I was 16. I matured a lot in that year. I'm like, wow.
Because they were ripping everybody off with shit, man. Yeah, really not.
Good shit.
Yeah. But hey, things worked out.
Yeah.
Mikey
Matt's
Boy.
Gym, geeking out with Matt Serra YouTube.
What do you want to promote, Mikey Boy? You got a whole bunch of shows coming up.
I got a bunch of stuff local, but August 1st and 2nd, I'm headlining Catch a Rising Star in Princeton.
Ooh, great.
Yeah. So
terrific.
Get those tickets because they're almost gone. So it's 2 days, August 1st.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Anthony,
they still have Catch a Rising Star in New York?
Not in the city, no. There's the only one left. There's the one in Princeton now.
And what, and the Improv is gone too, I bet.
Improv is gone, yeah. There's like Gotham and Comic Strip and Broadway.
Shit,
That's it now. Yeah.
Anthony, Knock 'em Dead Comedy. What do you have coming up, buddy boy?
August 1st through 10th at the Belmore Showplace, a Bronx Tale. It will be playing, and part of the proceeds are going to the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit.
And Chaz Palminteri, I believe, is showing up one of the days. Is
August 2nd, Chaz himself will be there for a little Q&A.
That's beautiful.
I did his podcast,
Did you?
and there's a clip that went viral, me saying about that scene. I go, who came up with that scene? He goes, me. It was about my life. I go, that's about your life? Everybody's destroying me in the comments. It looks like I was the guest.
Right.
I was his guy. I don't need to know.
I don't know.
They're like, who is this retarded interviewer who doesn't know that Chaz? How could they interview him and not know it's a... I go, I'm the guest, you
I've been
motherfuckers.
busy for 30 years. Leave me alone.
I got to remember a movie from 30 years. I'm the guest. Anyway, nice guy, though, Chaz. Was great.
Tony, you got Bronx Tale. What else? Anything else? That's what...
October 4th in the Giggle Room.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
And I will be away for a little bit with my family on a cruise, but I will be back with a vengeance Thursday, August 14th. Governor's Comedy Club, 8 o'clock. It is going to be a hot, hot show. I know people have been buying tickets like crazy. I'm hoping Mikey's available. I don't know if you're open that night, but I'm hoping you can pop in. It's going to be a sick show on a Thursday night, hot room. So make sure you go to govs.com for not just August 14th, but for all your shows. McGuire's, Brokerage in Belmore, Governor's in Levittown, the little room, the main room. There's tons of hot shows. There's shows in the Hamptons that Governor's is having. So make sure you go to govs.com. And as always, the Hershey and Keegs supporters, we thank you for watching. Make sure you follow, share. We'll be putting a bunch of stuff up on Instagram of this show. Last time Maddie was here, we had 30,000 hits on a bunch of the different reels.
Yeah.
So we were killing it. So thank you so much to Ray Longo, Matt Sarah. We appreciate you guys. What a great episode. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll see you with a vengeance.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Peace
Thank you,
out.
fellas.
Great.
Thanks, guys.